Yo, what do you all prefer, sativa or indica? For my Mary Jane smokers, which y'all prefer, sativa or indica? Now, those of y'all that want to be on that stuck, glued, fucked up type high, y'all choice gonna be indica, right? But me, I've been smoking marijuana over 20 some years, yo, and like that shit has you burnt out. So, yo, I want to be on some shit like I'm aware and on point and shit. I don't want that sleepy medicated high. So sativa will be my choice. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna check some stuff out.
Your body is pretty important. Luckily for you, it's not as complicated as you may have thought. Cannabis can be broken down into two different strains, sativa and indica. But before we go into the breakdown of each strains, let's go ahead and slap you guys with a little bit of farmer knowledge. Sativa had originated from warmer climate countries such as Mexico, Thailand, and Southeast Asia, and was first classified by Charles Lingus back in 1753. If you're planning on growing this in your back room without your mom really knowing, it's probably not the best idea. You see, these plants on average grow around 6 feet, but can get much taller, so there's no sneaking around with this guy. Indicas, on the other hand, love cooler environments and was originated in the Middle East, so I tip my hat to all you Muslims out there because it's my personal favorite. It was classified as a second species of cannabis by Jean Lamarck back in 1785. Indica grows a little bit shorter, around 2 to 4 feet, and also takes less time to fully mature, unlike sativa. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the juicy part of this video, the science behind it. While both strains have THC and CBD, which is how weed affects your body, the ratio on each are different. Starting with sativa, it's a little bit higher ratio of THC compared to CBD, unlike indicas that have more CBD than THC. To keep the video short, on the lowest levels, THC acts as a stimulant and CBD relaxes the body, and they kind of work like a yin and yang of two different sides. Sativa gives you more focus, promoting creativity, energizes you, and while giving you a nice head high. On the other side of the scale, indicas are more of a relaxational body high. Imagine this typical stoner who's on the couch eating food. Chances are he was smoking some kind of indica strains. Now that you know a little bit more about them, when is the best time to take the strains? Well, that one's pretty easy. Sativas in the morning because it gives you more energy and more focus, and indicas are at the night because it relaxes your body and allows you to fall asleep a little bit faster. If you're curious of what my favorite strains of indica and sativa are, that is a video for next time, but go ahead and leave a comment down below so I know that you're interested. If you guys like the video, go ahead and slap
Been bred during the past several decades, patients must be aware of the different types of efficacy available to them in terms of cannabis medicine. Some varieties of cannabis are most appropriate for particular diseases and ailments, but not others. Choosing the right strain is critical to ensuring that patients receive the best therapy possible. Cannabis is a species of flowering herb that is split into three subspecies: indica, sativa, and ruderalis. Ruderalis plants are small and yield relatively little medicine. What they do provide lacks potency and is generally not appealing to patients. Because of this, ruderalis strains are typically avoided by breeders and cultivators. The focus of the medical cannabis community is on indica and sativa strains. Indica and sativa plants differ not only in their physiological effects but also in their appearance. Indica plants are short and stocky, featuring leaves that are broad and chunky. Sativa plants tend to be taller and skinnier and may even be lanky in appearance, with thin and pointed leaves. The most important difference between these two subspecies of cannabis, however, is in their medical effects and how they influence energy levels and productivity. Indicas tend to decrease energy and are better for consumption in the evening or at night, after the conclusion of the day's work and activities. Potent indica strains may give some patients what is called couch lock, a condition in which they become so relaxed that they care barely get up from the sofa. Sativas, on the other hand, are uplifting and cerebral, enhancing creativity and productivity. Indicas provide what has been called a body high, while sativas deliver more of a mind high. Unfortunately, sativa plants require longer to grow and yield less medicine, flowers, than indica varieties. This is why indica strains have traditionally dominated those available on the black market, where there is no concern for patient need and the sole focus is profit. The fact that patients are given no choice of subspecies or strain when purchasing from the black market is a major reason it should be avoided. Patients should never trust or consume cannabis medicine without knowing its exact strain and that it was properly grown, dried, cured, and laboratory tested for purity and potential contamination. Modern cultivators of medical cannabis purposefully breed and grow a wide spectrum of strains within both the indica and sativa categories for the purpose of making available the right medicine for a particular patient's unique combination of disease, preference, and lifestyle. Often, patients must maintain jobs or family responsibilities that demand a particular energy level and can't tolerate the sedative properties of many indicas. Other times, patients must seek the most potent non-opiate painkiller possible. Given the choice of chronic pain or the mellowing effects of a strong indica of a particular strain known for its medical benefits, most patients will choose the latter. Because cultivators and dispensaries are sensitive to the subjective efficacy of particular strains for different patients, they grow and make available as many strains as possible for targeted ailments. Major conditions of focus include HIV, AIDS, cancer, fibromyalgia, glaucoma, Parkinson's, all types of arthritis, and epilepsy, among many others. In terms of particular ailments, sativa strains tend to be better for psychological disorders like depression, PTSD, and anxiety. Indicas are often the best for pain and inflammation and, thus, are beneficial for patients with arthritis, fibromyalgia, and cancer. However, because so many diseases are accompanied by side effects like depression and insomnia, a patient must consider treating both their core disease and also its daily symptoms. In the end, each patient will
Y'all hit that cash out.
favor multiple strains that will likely fall within the categories of sativa, hybrid, and indica. When it comes to aroma, indica strains tend to emit musty, earthy, and skunky odors, while sativa's smell is sweet, fruity, or spicy. This difference in the aroma is the result of terpenes, the molecules within the plant that are cousins to cannabinoids like THC and CBD. While these chemicals provide sometimes stunningly pungent odors, their greatest benefit to patients is actually their medicinal efficacy. Some people have already learned that the sometimes pungent aromas produced by many strains of cannabis are the result of terpenes, the special molecules in the herb that are similar in many respects to cannabinoids like THC and CBD. While many might guess that a particular strain of cannabis is categorized as indica, sativa, or hybrid based on the presence or absence of a particular cannabinoid, or a cannabinoid in a particular volume, it is actually a terpene that determines this important status of a strain. Myrcene, the most common terpene in cannabis, is known to help patients sleep, battling conditions like anxiety and insomnia. If present in a specific strain in a volume greater than 0.5%, the strain is considered an indica. If the amount of myrcene is under 1/2 of 1%, then the strain is deemed a sativa. This dynamic is a good example of the entourage effect, a theory that cannabinoids and terpenes work together in harmony to deliver medicinal efficacy to patients. Many terpenes buffer or enhance the effects of major cannabinoids like THC. We hope you all enjoyed this video.
So there you have it. My choice will be sativa. I would like to stay up. I don't like that being stuck on the couch, glued, sleep with no energy. all I want to do is just eat snacks and be stuck to the damn chair. No, I don't like that feeling. But you know, I just get what I can get. You get what I'm saying? But I would prefer that sativa because as you heard, it gives you energy. You get what I'm saying? Don't give you that sluggish high, or that medicated feeling or nothing. So you, if you like that medicated high, that being glued, that being stuck, the Indica is your choice. But if you like me, you want to be up with energy after you smoke, and you still want to have a little buzz, but you don't want to be medicated, sleepy high, then sativa is the choice you should take, where the route you should go.